Alright. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I'm not. I'm a total amateur, but I know what I'm doing. Anyway. Before we get started, I want to remind you all that the midterm exam will be held in 3 days, so I suggest you study for it. Today we will discuss the philosophical differences between rogues and thieves. Thieves, by their actions and their nature, are essentially self-centered and callous towards their victims. As long as they benefit, in the end, they have little or no concern who they hurt to attain their goal. Hey Nat! Thieves' guilds are like wolf packs. The strongest, smartest, and most ruthless becomes the chief thief. There is no honor among thieves is a truism. Even in a guild, you have to watch your back. If someone sees a weakness in another thief, he will take advantage of him. This is not to say that all thieves are inherently wicked. There are a few honorable people who consider themselves to be thieves. However, they are actually rogues. Rogues develop strong friendships with people they can trust. They know that life can be unfair, so they do what they can to make the world a little fairer. They try not to harm the innocent, but they have few qualms when dealing with the guilty. Rogues use many of the same tools and skills as thieves. Rogues break laws, break into houses, steal things, cheat, lie, and swindle. How, then, are we any better than they? Herr Kent? Rogues do things for a noble cause. Perhaps for a given definition of the word noble, you are correct. Nobility is always a matter of interpretation. However, rogues do have an innate sense of morality. Let us see if you can draw a line between the acts of a thief and the acts of a rogue. A man goes around the country marketplace filching money pouches at any opportunity. Is he a thief or a rogue, and why? The man is clearly a common thief, since he's pilfering purses from people who have little wealth of their own. Indeed. Another example. A masked woman sneaks into a mansion during a masquerade and flirts with the other people there while she steals a valuable piece of jewelry. Is she a thief or a rogue, Herr Kiro? She's a rogue because she is using trickery to steal from the rich. What is your opinion on this matter, Fräulein McMichael? I don't know what she is. Depends on why she's stealing and what she does with it afterwards. Precisely. If I added that this mysterious woman then returned the stolen jewelry to its original owner, only then can we judge whether she is a rogue or not. Whenever you do a roguish act, you must ask yourself, who does it hurt? Who does it help? What are the consequences of my actions? Is the world better because of what I do? Rogues can be heroes, but we won't be the ones rewarded for medals for acts of valor. We do things behind the scenes, manipulate the players, and let someone else be targeted as hero of the day. We work best from the shadows. So, Fräulein Esme, what would you do as a rogue? I would dress up as fortune teller and read people's palms. I would say to Batman that the ghosts of his victims would drag him to Hades on the nights of the dead unless he repaid his debts before the next full moon. A fine ploy. Herr O'Connor, what roguish thing would you do? Let's be straightforward. I'd make friends with the minion of a corrupt politician. I'd invite the minion to a tavern where I'd buy drinks and get him to tell me all the politician's dirty secrets. Then I'd break into the politician's house, steal incriminating evidence, and give that evidence to all the newspapers around town. Interesting approach, if slightly unconventional. Slightly conventional. Sorry. Big difference there. Tomorrow's lesson will be on advanced trap detection. You will find the Trap Tapper disarm tool and the Houdini 42 advanced lockpick on sale in the store. With the Trap Tapper, you will be able to disarm traps set upon locks to prevent lockpicking. You will need one for tomorrow's lesson. Schluss. Whew. My voice is getting warmed up here. Nothing new from Joel here, but let's say something nice to him. Nice jacket you have on. Makes you look sophisticated. This is just my regular jacket. Nothing special. It looks special on you. I have no money to get anything interesting from him. Although actually, let's just see. Because theoretically I can sell something to him, but right now I don't have anything particularly not useful. Just take a peek at the practice room here. Not hearing anyone in the room right now. And down to check the locker room. Don't hear anything. So I think it'll be tomorrow that these will start having actual traps on them. Because right now, Sean purportedly does not know what a trap is, although we saw him encounter one and realize that it was one, so that's clearly not entirely true. Alright. Off to science class. You go on without me, just leave me here to die. Sean has a selective memory. Dodge Turk here. Get back into stealth mode. No slacking off, Sean. I know that you technically have perfect stealth at this point, but there's no sense in getting cocky. So I think what we're going to do today is go and do some ghost whispering. But first, did I mention yesterday that we were going to have an exam today? Well, do your best on the test. Afterwards, you may use the lab to follow up on any of your previous experiments. Try not to disturb the others while you work. Question 1. Science is the study of life, the universe, everything, or all of the above. Chemistry is the study of the property and changes in matter. Teaches why oil and water don't mix. Is the highest form of science, or all of the above. Okay, it's clearly not the highest form of science because he also likes physics. Which means we're going with the boring answer. Sulfur is a key element in making booms, a key element in making flash powder, a key element in making big booms, or all of the above. It's all of the above. Phosphorus is found in the form of phosphate, can be used to make booms, glows in the dark. All of the above, I think, again there. Physics. And here we get to, most of these are clearly all of the above. Matter, motion, energy, and time describes the path of an object thrown in the air, explains why gravity sucks. All of the above. Now that you've finished your exam, let the science begin! So I got 30 minutes to craft new items. Let's see if I can make a big boom here, because that's useful. Booms themselves aren't, since I'm not doing combat. But big booms have other applications. And for one of those, you need 3 of them. So right now I have 2. Big booms are big. Let's pop over to the rec room here. Practice some card playing, because gotta keep our skills in for the next round of Poobah. Either everyone else is getting a little worse or I'm getting a little better. Poobah is our most certain way of actually getting some cash going, although I also don't have enough right now to play, so I'm going to need to pick up some more, you know, as I'm going around. pop in for dinner. So what's the difference between a poor thief and a rogue who cons card cheats? Okay, what is it? One steals for meals and the other deals for heals. Nah. I like it. I guess that being a rogue is a lot more like being a paladin than I realized. They both have codes of honor that go beyond rules and laws. So maybe rogues belong to a school for heroes after all, Thomas? I overheard someone saying the reason a disbarred bard found the school thief was because it takes one to know one. I guess it's up to us to show people how heroic a rogue can be.
Time to go! Clear your places and move on! Connor, I want to see you in my office immediately!
Oh, Connor. Did they finally figure out that you're just a petty thief who can't make the grade here? Yeah, I can still help in the kitchen to earn lira. It's just it takes, like, time, and I could be doing other stuff with that time. And I don't wanna. There's so many dishes. It's better than a bragging loudmouth who has to cheat on tests to pass them.
No more talking, Connor. Move it!
Ha, Sosie didn't like that. I'm winning.
I don't know who got you into Hero University, but there's never been a one-eyed man here. The headmaster denies he's ever seen such a man. You're a slacker and a liar. If it were up to me, you'd be out of here right now. However, your patron is willing to give you a second chance to become a thief. He wants you to put your rogue training to use. To prove your worth, your patron wants you to keep an eye on Master von Urwald and find some way to discredit him as a teacher.
I don't actually know if it makes a difference which answer I give here. But I'm going to ask why he's involved. Why are you involved?
That's none of your business, Connor. It's my job to make sure that you do what the patron wants you to do, or you'll be out on the streets with nowhere to go. You need to find something to prove that Master von Urwald is a disgrace to the Hero University. Break into his desk, listen to his conversations, steal his correspondence. I don't care how you find it. Find the dirt on Gerhard, or you're out of here. Now leave my office and get to work on it.
Such a nice guy, Turk. Alright, let's go grab an apple. Very important. Now it's time for everyone's favorite. We're gonna dodge some drats. When I said everyone's favorite there, I was being sarcastic, just, you know, for the record.
The young master is here. Perhaps he has come to hunt the dangerous drats for poor Gregor?
Hi, Gregor. I'll see you later, Gregor.
Good day and good hunting to Master Sean. Gregor hopes the Houdini 42 and the Slap Tapper will be good for the young master.
Well, listen here.
Good hunting.
Back. Okay, so here's where we start making frequent saves. Because my goal here is to get back to the secret room with the ghosts in it. To do that, I have to get through this room. Which is easier now that I've oiled all the hinges here, but... And then I gotta get there without getting caught. This room seems colder than the rest of the wine cellar. Something sent a chill up my spine. I don't see any sign of drats in this room or anything else that's alive and waiting to eat me. Because we can talk to ghosts now. I really don't like this place. It's freezing in here, and I feel like I've lost all hope of salvation. I wonder if the ghosts are still here. I was just trying to see what happened to you, why you died, and all that sort of thing. Okay, ghost voice. It was murder most foul and loathsome, betrayed, poisoned, and imprisoned in this cruel trap by one I once deemed boon companion. He murdered us, even as he plotted to defile the Knights Luminar and unleash the minions of darkness. Minions of darkness. Okay, just so you know, you've been dead a long time. I don't know of too many minions running around right now. I guess the, dastard must have been stopped. You can probably rest easily now. But what was the fate of the most scrofulous, fraudulent traitor and slayer of innocent cats? Didst he not receive the dire, dreadful, disastrous fate that he so owned by his treacherous ways? What hath become of Aquino? Sorry, I don't really know what happened to Aquino. It happened way before I was born. Dost thou then think that I can willfully submit to the balm of oblivion, knowing that there hath been no justice? So what did happen to you? How did you two get stuck here? Aquino lured us in here with a promise for rare wine, a cup to pledge our friendship, yet the cup he gave it me was tainted by the venom of an asp and the juice of the poppy. As the poison seared my senses and stole away my volition, Chianti valiantly attacked the villain, only to have the same damned malicious murderer kick poor Chianti, and then seal us to our doom. I'd just like to point out that Aquino, unquestionably a bad dude, just for going after the cat like that. Your murders happened a long time ago. Why don't you just give up the ghost and pass onward? What's the point of haunting a sealed room? There's nobody to notice. Didst we deserve to be so ignominiously slain in the guise of friendship? That fiend Aquino ruined a perfectly splendid vintage of golden wine to assassinate us. How so then can we unlock the chains that bind us to this loathsome deathbed when justice was not served? It's good to know that he has his priorities straight. We were once heroes, now we are but lost, forgotten souls, imprisoned in this anonymous murder site with no hope of redemption. Oh, so you were once a hero. Who were you? I might have read about you in the history books. Ah, dost thy texts of history indeed still speak of the deeds of the noble Sir Sheraton Burgundy, Knight Illuminari, and of his boon companion Chianti? Has our heroism in the dark Sardonian War been recorded for the ages? I may have read something about that war a long time ago. The Knights Luminar saved the entire world from the invasion of the Dark Ones, and this is all the accolade that history hath bestowed upon us, that thou might have read something about a war once? Bah! There's a painting of you and Chianti in the castle above. It's a really good likeness. It says you were a hero, a vintner, and helped build this castle. Verily, indeed, I supported the Knights of Luminar when they first came to Sardonian shores. I helped the Knights drive the Dark Ones back to the abyss whence they came. That is to say, I deeded to the Knights of Luminar this land, and helped to create a thriving winery with which to support their noble causes. In another part of the castle, there's a crypt with your name on it. It even mentioned Chianti. The epitaph said something about missing but not forgotten. Ah, if but my remains had been put in a place of honor instead of this loathsome den of death, perhaps I might rest peacefully. And same conversation there. I wish you could rest in peace. There is no peace to be had from this foul prison of lies and murder in which I shall lie abandoned for all eternity. May thy fate be kinder to thee than mine own. I gotta say, the fact that his grammar is incorrect in the old-timey stuff drives me up the wall a little bit, but never mind. Let's interact here again. I wonder if the ghosts are still here. Why dost thou disturb our bones? Let's be polite. It's not Middle English for two reasons. One being that Middle English is actually slightly older than that, and the other one being that the grammar is wrong. You were once a hero of this castle. You deserve better than to have your soul bound here at the site of your murder for all eternity. You deserve to be buried with honor. There's a tomb set aside for you and your cat. I thought I could move your bones to where they belong. There is great kindness in your gesture of respect. Take these dregs of my existence away and release us from this cruel tomb of our demise.
I'll just put these in my backpack for now. They're heavy. They also smell like dank decay. I don't want to carry these around for longer than I have to.
Fair, Sean. Fair.
So now, the good thing about getting out of here is if I'm caught by a drat, I will just run away and be teleported out of the wine cellar. Still rather not be. Especially since I got a little bit injured in that conversation. Talking to ghosts does drain your health. Woo! I am a champion sneak thief. I mean rogue. These stairs are tiring me out. Could it be the freshman 15? Good, good. So glad is Guego to see that you are not yet eaten by drats. I think I've developed an allergy to stairs. Okay, now the fastest way to get to the tomb is probably via the Dread Gazebo. So let's head over that way. I'm gonna find it interesting that apparently other people find these secret passages as well, but you're the only one. You can't attack the gazebo. Sean knows better than that. You're the only one who bothers to unlock them so that they can be opened from the other side. Okay, so a thing we actually didn't see because we didn't fight the giant Proach is that the wolf is not really a wolf at all, and would not, in fact, eat human bones. I'll just put Sherry to rest here. Maybe he can find some peace.
Thou hast shown Chianti and myself great kindness by bringing me to my rightful resting place. Mine own anger and rage for vengeance trapped our souls in this world. Your merciful act has shamed my wrath and puts my heart at ease. We may now rest in the peace that awaits us. You have our deepest gratitude, young man. May your own future reward such kind deeds.
And while I'm here, let's talk to the other ghost. Not going to read the entire poem again.
Why do you disturb my grave and unquiet rest?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of connection issue, apparently. I was just looking around to make sure the locks are solid and all. Interesting epitaph you have here.
Alas, had I but given my dearest Emily a rose, now I must rue my loneliness for all eternity. Heed my words and let this not be your fate. If you love someone, then show them your love. Do not let the whims of fate part you forever.
How sad to have to spend eternity alone just because you didn't give someone a rose. There's a lesson in there somewhere. There must be some way to give the ghost peace. I don't know how, but it's something I'd like to be able to do. Which gives me the quest. A rose for Emily. Okay, I want to try something. As I'm looking at my quest list. I had an idea about a potential way to fix the fact that I still have the lockpicking quest. I want to see if it works. I don't know if I'll be able to today.
Yeah, too late for that. I have a hypothesis that I never actually studied the book in the library, which I didn't bother to go back and check. But I don't know for sure. Anyway. Let's see if we've got more story here. The Order of the Knights Luminar expanded their ranks and became the center of heroism for Sardonia. The Order helped build the city of Caligari and was renowned throughout the world for its principles of knightly honor. However, they did not know that the halls of Castle Luminar harbored a traitor who sought to betray everything the Knights Luminar had sworn to protect. The warlock Aquino was disillusioned by his banishment from Albion. He silently seethed that he had helped to save the world twice, yet only the knights received the honor and the glory. Moreover, his research into the Dark Ones slowly corrupted his soul. With dark magic, he sought to gain power from the Dark Ones. Then one day, Gog Sosloth began to whisper to Aquino. The page ends there. This can't end well. It does not. Well, that probably explains why this castle was abandoned for so long. Alright, it's now 9:30, so let's pop over here for a little rest and recreation. See who's around. Try to annoy Sosie. Apparently I can't. I have annoyed Sosie too much. Let's play some cards with Esme. She still wins.
Curfew! Out of here at once! This recreation will cease. Everyone return to your dorm room immediately. I will be watching you.
Poor Sosie. Are you feeling alright, Summer?
My class is going up to see an opera tomorrow. I'll be up early.
Oh, goody. Hi, Aeolus. What's new? Feeling better today?
It still hurts to think about my love for Moira, but I'll get over it.
So what's this field trip about?
We're going to see the great Kata Bardic opera singer Mary and his ratty jester Mouse. We'll be taking a boat up to Sorcery to get to the opera house there. Mary is one of Maestro Lorenzo's former apprentices.
So you intend on having a merry time of it?
I must admit that it would be a catastrophe to just miss this trip. It would make me so sorry. The show would be catatonic for my sorrow.
Okay, good. I'm glad that you haven't forgotten Sosie's past transgressions. Clicked through that by mistake.
I'll try not to slip.
Alright, it's a little after 10, so let's just study our lessons here. I can't get any more out of the Beginner's Guide to Lockpicks, which... Hold on! That did it! Yay! I finally don't have the Learn to Pick Locks quest. I guess I should have just read the book more or something. As a fun aside, would you like this book on picking locks? Never know when you might need it to get out of trouble.
Never really thought about it before, but I guess bards do get in their share of tricky situations. Picking locks might be a useful thing to know. Thanks.
Oh my god, I cannot believe how long I've had that quest. It is day 21. I've been on that quest for the better part of 3 weeks in-game. Alright, that's the achievement of the day, right there. as I was saying, today's lesson will be on the way of die Spinne, or for those of you who are less civilized or improperly educated, the way of the spider. Spiders are the ultimate trap setters. Spiders hide from sight until their prey gets snagged on their sticky webs, then they leap out to capture and subdue their prey with poison. Spiders aren't the only creature to use the combination of traps and poison. In our last discussion of traps, we talked about setting them. In this discussion, we will talk about disarming them. The web most likely to catch the unwary rogue or thief is the treasure chest. The most common trap upon chests is the poison needle that pricks the hand that tried to unlock the chest without the proper key. To disarm such a trap, you will need a trap tapper. I believe I instructed you all to obtain one? Yes, sir. I have mine with me right now. Good. I hope the rest of you are as resourceful and diligent as Herr Sosi. I will be giving you instructions on how to disarm such needle traps, but I will warn you, it is wise to carry a bottle of poison antidote just in case you fail. Poison does progressive damage. A healing potion will not undo the effects. The first element of disarming traps is to find and determine the nature of the trap. This is where your skill in perception will be useful. Examine a lock carefully before you attempt to open it. Once you discover a trap, use your trap tapper to disable it. If you do not have the tools or skill, you had better have the poison antidote with you. Any questions so far? So the lesson of this way is to be prepared and observant so the spider doesn't bite you? Essentially, yes. Don't be unprepared for unpleasant results when you are dealing with the unknown. Bring out your trap tapper and we will go over the basics of disarming. From now on, the locks on the lockers of the locker room will have traps on them. They will give you the opportunity to test how well you learned this lesson. Cool, cool. It will soon be the midterm break, and I will be going off on my investigations. So you might want to pick up a few incidental items from my supply. I have a few odds and ends that might intrigue you. What kinds of investigations are you doing? I am on a quest, so to speak. I am searching for a particular statue of a raven. It is said to be hidden somewhere on Sardonia. Why are you questing for some bird statue? My late father, may he rest in peace, spent his life searching for such a statue. Alas, he searched in vain. Finding it would make my father so proud if I were to recover it, in his name, of course. What makes this bird statue so valuable? The statue itself is of little monetary value. It is purely sentimental. If you should happen to come across such a thing in your explorations, I would be more than happy to compensate you greatly in return for the statue. I'll bet you would, Joel. I'll bet you would. So what sorts of odds and ends are you selling today? I have acquired a more powerful version of the boom trap, the big boom. The big boom does a lot of damage. I wouldn't advise being near it when it goes off. It could be messy. What's this about a midterm break? We will have 3 days off school to do with what we like. Of course, first we will have to face the midterm exam. I am certain that the master will test us thoroughly upon his lessons. Found out anything interesting recently? I have heard the rumor that years ago there was a raven statue in Sardonia that united all the thieves of this island under one guild. Unfortunately, that statue has not been seen for nearly 20 years. See you later. I very much look forward to doing so. Master von Uwald seems very favorably impressed by you. You think so? I have always found the master severe. I would not want to incur his ire. You look like you really enjoy disarming traps, Thomas. Yes, Thomas. You are always so serious, but when you were working on that trap, I think I see a bit of a smile, no? Well, I do find disarming traps to be quite fun and mentally engaging. In we go. I don't think of it as disarming a trap. I think of it as solving a puzzle. It's a matter of coming up with likely letters and probable words. Yeah, but real puzzles don't zap your hand or blow up in your face. I try not to think about that part. Do you learn how to disarm traps as well as pick locks? No, I learned how to find and avoid traps rather than disarm them. This trap tapper is very strange to me. Think of disarming traps with the Houdini as if you were hunting down letters and putting them in the proper cages. Ha! Then I hunt. I do not usually bring things back alive. You make it sound as if this trap disarming is no big deal. Once you understand how it works, it's not all that difficult with these simple traps. I imagine the more complex traps will be very challenging. Don't forget, more complex traps will be more dangerous. And painful. True, but again, I try to focus on solving the puzzle. If I think about making mistakes, I'm sure to make one. What do you think about disarming traps? Well, I was going to put this on the list of stupid, useless things I have to learn for this class along with lockpicking. But I came across an old abandoned sailor's chest the other day in my explorations. I managed to pick the lock, but I felt a pain in my wrist when I opened it. The chest had been trapped. Fortunately, I had a potion of antidote to counter it. Maybe if I had learned how to disarm traps, I wouldn't have wasted a potion. So you found a practical use for tool use after all? Yes, I guess the road class is worth taking after all. Alright, let's check out one of these lockers. Any of these lockers can be trapped now, though. I should check extra carefully. Nothing amiss here. The locker is completely trap-free. Alright, let's see if any of them do. Fine. Let's just disarm a trap on the table, then. Let's disarm this tricky trap. So the key with these... If you don't help Esme and Katie with their tests, do they get thrown out of the class or school? I don't know for sure. I think helping Esme counts for a lot in terms of like the Rogue of the Year thing. So I think it's possible that she could, but I also have never heard of it actually happening for anyone. I personally haven't not helped her. But, you know, it's very easy to theoretically do. So the key here is you have to find the right letter in the right place. So if, for example, I actually know exactly what... But let's say I didn't here. Yellow light is in the wrong place. In the wrong place. This goes up too high. Bad things happen. And the key here is that you're spelling out a word. So for instance, this is a medium trap, medium difficulty. Now an X trap. Whoops, I'm late for science class. Gotta go. So the word medium being the key for a medium difficulty trap is perfectly logical, actually. We'll mess with another one a little later. She's a fun one. But first, time for some trick dodging. We have come to the final class of Science 101, Introduction to Basic Scientific Principles. If you've learned anything from this class, I hope it is the scientific method of observing, hypothesizing, testing, and theorizing. Theories are fine things, but they must be thoroughly tested. I regret to say that there's been an unfortunate accident with a Bunsen burner on some creosote last night that ignited all of your test papers. You will be pleased to know that the fire did not spread into our stock of naphtha, phosphorus, alcohol, or booms. However, as a result of the destruction of the tests, I will simply conclude that you all have perfect scores. Our next class in this series of science subjects is Science 102, Practical Applications of Basic Scientific Principles. In it, we will explore mechanical as well as chemical engineering. Are there any questions or comments before we get to the experimentation? What do you mean mechanical engineering? I thought it was a science class.
Ah, but mechanical engineering is all about the application of the laws of physics and chemistry. We are at the dawn of a new era for scientific discoveries that will alter the course of history. All I can say is you ain't seen nothing yet. Right, well, let's all get to the best part of science, experimentation.
Now, unfortunately, since I didn't go and restock in the sea caves yesterday, I don't have the ingredients to go making big booms or flash powder. So let's make some super gluey here. And more gooey. Now I think actually before dinner today, instead of my usual shenanigans, I want to go and see, just sort of take a look at the prof's office. He's not in. There's an odd sort of lock. I bet there's a trap. Okay, I can definitely see there's a trap set in the locking mechanism. So, we know how to disarm traps. Now let's give it a try. Time to put the trusty old trap tapper to work. See if I can disarm it. Can you see what it is yet? Aha! I got it. I've outsmarted the master. That'll teach him to teach me how to disarm traps. Yikes! That's not fair. I successfully disarmed the trap. Don't tell me the master cheated by putting a trap tapper-proof trap on his door. Guess I'll need to find another way to open it. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get that information that Turk wanted. I'll snoop on everybody. Speaking of snoops, it's been a little while since we visited our favorite gossip. I think I heard the sounds of papers being shuffled. Going to someplace special for the midterm break, Red? Oh, I forgot. You aren't going nowhere. It's true, it's true. How are things going for you? I've been counting the days until the break. It will be so good to get away from this place for a while. So what are you doing during midterm? Oh, a little bit of this and that. Keep an eye on things around here and let me know if anything exciting happens while I'm gone, will you, Ginger? Let's gossip about Turk wanting us to spy, shall we? That sounds like fun. The other evening after dinner, Turk called me to his office. So that scumbag is blackmailing you to betray Gerhard. How peculiar. The question is, what does your benefactor have against von Urwald? It sounds personal. I happened to see Turk go into a tavern a few evenings ago. It seemed so odd that I followed him there. He sat at a table looking uncomfortable as a large, cloaked man walked up to him. I couldn't overhear what they were talking about, but it was clear that Turk was not pleased with the conversation. He clearly tried to argue with the big man, but then Turk went pale with fear and just nodded his head. I'd say that Turk was not enjoying his connection to your patron. Interesting. Keep me informed with any follow-up information to what you've told me, hon. I'm dying of curiosity to know what comes next. I'm sure she is. Okay, I'm not actually late for dinner yet, so let's make ourselves so. Alright. Why is a pirate called a pirate? That's just the way they are. Suppose pirates are just a big joke to you. Well, I know they're dangerous, dastardly, and desperate desperados who pillage, burn, and loot other ships, although not necessarily in that order. Not all pirates are... Not all pirates are the black-hearted villains you read about in stories. Some have families they care about, and they don't all say are. Hashtag not all pirates? Really? Really, Katie? I'm sure you're right, Katie. I didn't mean to offend you. From now on, I'll stick to telling jokes about things that are really funny, like Sosie.
Alright, everyone, clean up your places and leave the dining hall.
Stick around after the others are gone. I want to speak with you. What's this? You know that my father is the captain of a sailing ship, don't you? Many years ago, my father and some of his crew once sailed on a real pirate ship, the Royal Flush, under Captain Hoyle Bronson's command. One day, many years ago, they got a rich haul off a Hispaniola merchant ship. On the way back to Caligari, the ship was caught in a winter storm. It was dashed against the rocks and broke up in the sea caves under this island. The survivors secured the treasures from the hold and found ways to make sure that no outsider could find it. Then some of the crew mutinied, and the captain cursed them all with his dying breath. The dead pirates rose from the ground and attacked the living. My father and his mates barely managed to escape the sea caves with their lives. My father swore to never go back. But his first mate, Black Jake, held the map to the treasure. One night, another crew member, Hellmouth, tried to steal the map from Jake's sea chest. They fought, and Hellmouth ran off with half the map. He was never seen again. Black Jake gave what was left of the map to me. I've got it in my backpack because I'm going to find that treasure. I'll prove to my father that I'm more than just an innkeeper's daughter. I'm a sea captain's daughter, too.
You two, what are you still doing here? Leave immediately.
Don't say a word to anyone about this.
Out, now!
Interesting, isn't it? Oh, forgetting my apple. And while I'm here, I might as well say hi. How are things going for you today? Things go well as usual. Essay, Master Shanshan. Thank you. And yeah, let's earn a little lira. Mostly because I don't remember where the next accessible piece is. There's got to be an easier way to make some money than this. Yes, I'm going to go, well, I'm going to go listen at some doors. Because they're doors, and that's what they're for. I think I hear people talking behind that door. My dear Miss Dr. Von Braun, have you made up your plans for the midterm break? It's coming quickly, you know.
Oh, I just thought I'd putter around the lab while school is out. I'm in the middle of my research on the origin of magic.
Magic? Oh, I thought you scientists dismissed magic as balderdash and nonsense.
Professor Featherstone, I believe that any sufficiently advanced magic is indistinguishable from technology. My colleagues may dismiss my unified magical field theory, but I know there's a direct connection between science and what narrow-minded fools dismiss as fantasy and delusion. And here I thought the Blowhard's lectures were boring. Thomas not conversing with his dad today. So let's go eavesdrop at everyone's bedrooms by way of the secret passageway, which will let us leave an apple for the meep. I mean, cork. It's a type of meep. And also replenish our coal supply. I'll just leave the cork and apple here. Maybe he'll forgive me for catching him. One helping of charcoal, 2 helpings of charcoal, and 3. It's been a little while since I've heard anything interesting outside my classmates' doors, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Nothing there. Nothing there. Not going to last, of course. Alright, let's go down and do some training. For the tightrope here. We have progressed to the point where Sean will turn around and walk back across it. So, you know, progress. I do actually like that the animations and so forth evolve as you get better at the skill. So, walk in the park. We haven't actually done any practice with the grappling hook here. It's throwing practice, it's climbing practice, it's 2 great practices in 1. And time for a reasonably timed night. Some of my stats I look at and I go, oh, that's never going to be really good, but they're getting better, they're getting better. Or by the end of the game, I might be able to have a detectable difference in how well my Poobah games go. So Aeolus is out of town, and what's this? What's this doing here? Judging by the sharp teeth marks, I'd say this apple was eaten by a cork. Wonder how it got here and why. This is why there are trash cans in the rooms. Alright, so the cork leaves an apple core when it wants to talk. So let's go say hi, see what it wants. Heya, heya! Got any apples?
Hi, thanks for returning all the stuff. I hope you like the apples I left for you.
The apples, yes, the only joy I have left in life since meeting you.
What's wrong?
After I had to return all the things I found, I was demoted from finder. Now I'm only a lowly seeker. The Castle Quirks blamed me for getting caught. So now all I have to look forward to is the occasional apple.
Okay, so what are you? Where do you live? How do you get around the castle?
I'm a Castle Quirk, of course. We live in the castle. The castle's huge, and we know where to hide so no one can find us.
How long have Quirks lived in this castle? I never heard of Quirks before I came here.
We Quirks have been here forever. Well, maybe not that long. My great-great-grand Quirk came here.
You must know a lot about what happened before the school came here. Who was around here then?
Before the school moved in, there were just 3 guys. The librarian, the guardian, and the creepy guy. One day, this new guy came to the castle to talk to the others. He looked like a lot like that painting of the dying guy up in the room with the statue of the boy and the sea serpent. But that painting came later. So the new guy speaks with the guardian and the librarian, but not the creepy guy. Nobody talks to the creepy guy. Then the guardian and the new guy leave and never come back. There's a bunch of guys like knights and stuff who come and talk to the librarian. They have a big argument, and after that the school sets up here. That's all I know.
So what other secret passages do you know about beside the dark one?
Depends on what you call a secret. All the Quirks know about them. But there's one down from the dark one to the crypts and stuff. It's got doors that Quirks can't open. Guess they gotta be open from the other side first. There's a whole dungeon area in the castle no Quirk goes to anymore. The wine cellar's too full of drats now. The drats. Nasty things. We warn the baby Quirks that the drats will get them if they aren't good. We warn everyone else that the drats will get them if they aren't fast.
How about I give another apple? I brought you an apple.
An apple for me? Oh, boss, you're the best!
Well, good night for now.
Just keep those apples coming, and I'll look forward to seeing you again sometime.
So, good thing we got to build our friendship with the Quirk a little bit. Bad thing we're going to be sleepy tomorrow. Why does morning come so early? Hey, O'Connor, I suggest you pay attention to my lecture rather than the inside of your eyelids. As I was saying, yesterday's discussion was about how to not get caught in another's trap. It applies to more than just using tools on chests and safes. Today we are going into the other aspect of the Way of the Spinner, one that deals with the life and death nature of traps. Traps on chests are designed to kill those who wrongly unlock them. You will die from poison unless you take proper precautions. Likewise, there are many situations you will face where your life is on the line. It will take more than a small trap to stop a dangerous opponent. Herr Kiro, how do you stop a monster from getting to you? Me? If I were facing a monster, I would probably put down some super gooey to slow the monster down, then throw a flambe to block its path. And then I would run away as fast as possible. Wise of you. It is foolish to risk your life facing a monster. It is better to use stealth and observation to avoid direct confrontation. However, when stealth fails, then by all means use every available method to stay alive. I would set up a series of mighty traps to damage and slow the monster while I threw flambés and daggers at it to kill it. As long as you have sufficient equipment and room to maneuver, that approach should work. However, it depends upon the monster. Few monsters are worth the effort or expense of killing them. Sticky traps like gluey, incendiaries like flambe and geek fire, or powders like itching or sleeping can delay the monsters enough for you to escape. If you are taking the science elective, you can make some of these trap devices. If you are taking the magic elective, you can use runes as a form of trap. A few of these items are available in the school store. When you go into a dangerous situation, always be observant. Mark your path with chalk if you might get lost. See the dangers before they see you. Whenever possible, avoid combat. Combat shall be your last resort. However, if you must fight, fight intelligently. Use traps to minimize the damage your enemies can do to you. Weaken them with throwing weapons before they can reach you. If you must go into danger, be like the spider and trap your unwary prey. Any questions? I guess you don't want us practicing our traps and tricks in the practice area. Correct. I don't want to see the use of such traps and devices here on the main parts of the university. It may well be that you will never need such equipment. However, not all areas of the castle are safe. If you chose to explore the hidden areas, then make sure you are equipped to deal with whatever you uncover. Tomorrow will be our midterm exam. I trust that you are capable of scoring well upon it. If not, then perhaps your time will be better spent outside this university. Guten Tag. O'Connor, we need to talk right now. I want my map back. I trusted you. You know how important that map is to me. Give it back right now. Your map's missing? No wonder you're so upset. It's okay, we'll get it back. Don't try to act so innocent. I know that you stole it. Katie, I know how much that map means to you. You have every reason to be angry. You're my friend. I certainly wouldn't want to hurt you by stealing your map. When did you notice the map was missing? Just a few minutes ago when I was putting my notebook away in my pack in the classroom. The map was gone, but I just put it there this morning. So the map must have been stolen either at breakfast or in class, is that it? Aye, that's so. I want it back, O'Connor. In the dining hall, you left your pack in the corner with everyone else's backpacks, right? Yes, that's so. So anyone could have taken the map from your pack during breakfast, couldn't they? No one else knew the map but you and Esme, and I trust Esme. I thought you liked me. I don't like liars and thieves. Oh, then you do like me. Katie, we're friends. You can trust me. I really didn't steal the map. We need to find the real thief. Don't worry, I'll help you get your map back. Besides, you probably have it memorized by now from all the studying you've done. Even without the map, you will find that treasure. Okay, maybe you didn't steal the map. I'm still upset about it. But I will find that treasure, with the map or without it. And any help you give me will be appreciated. So, that's the next quest. It seems as if Miss Michael is rather upset about something. Did she perhaps mention to you the reason she is displeased? How are things going for you? I'm fine. Very fine. Everything's going very fine. Not at all suspicious, this guy. You wouldn't know anything about the theft of Katie's treasure map, would you? Who, me? A stolen treasure map? I have no idea who would do such a terrible thing. Such a theft would break the rules of the disbarred bards class. Such a thief might well be expelled from the school. I do not wish to be expelled from here. That would be bad. Got anything new for sale today? Sale? Oh, yes, of course. I have a few samples of itching powder today. It can be used as a weapon. When thrown at the monster, it distracts them enough to make them less likely to hit you. Of course, it can always be sprinkled upon a friend's bed as a prank. Not that I'd recommend such an act, mind you. While it is amusing, it is rather unpleasant for the victim. Did you hear rumors of Katie's map before today? I just happened to overhear Katie talking to you about the map yesterday in the dining hall, but I assure you I was unaware of it before then. Miss McMichael certainly seemed most upset. I do hope she does not suspect that I would do something like that. I would not like to face her wrath. Talk to you later. Yes, of course. Curiouser and curiouser. Nobody there. Nobody here. The master's in. Let's go say hi. You would bet it was Sosie, huh? Gosh. What could give you that idea? You may enter. What questions today do you have a burning desire to ask of me? A lot of the things we learn in this class aren't about being a hero. Why are you teaching them here? It takes more than an aptitude or empathy to become a hero. It takes skills and planning to use such skills. If I did not teach this class, neither you nor any of your classmates would be at this university. And yet, you are all capable of being heroes. Mr. Turk called me into his office the other day. He mentioned that I have a patron who wants me to spy on you. Do you know who this patron is? I mean, honestly, any of these options, I have actually no idea which of these options is correct, but I don't think I've actually tried. I don't remember which ones I've tried. I'm gonna go with number 2 here. Before I got to the school, I was trying to join the Con Game Thief Guild. The chief thief gave me an initiation test to find a special coin. After I got here, Mr. Turk asked about whether I had gotten that coin. Associate is not on the list of options, so I can't. I think that Turk is working with the Thieves Guild, but why would the chief thief have a grudge with you? Interesting. I'm sure there is much about this matter we do not yet know. Please keep me informed of this matter in the future. Well, since we're here, let's suck up a little bit. I found some very nice wine abandoned in the dangerous section of the wine cellar, and I thought you might like it, sir. Very good. This wine is an appropriate gift, offering for an authority figure, and you managed with the offer to subtly emphasize the risk you took to acquire it. Danke. What I love about sucking up to the master is that he appreciates that you are doing a good job of sucking up, even though he sees right through it. Have a nice day, sir. May your afternoon be useful. Like, if we look at... he's a friend now. He's a better friend than most of my friends, although... He's a better friend than Quirk, but not as good as the Doctor. I am enemies with Turk. I am still working on becoming enemies with Sosie, because even though I'm horrible to him at every available opportunity, he apparently doesn't feel strongly enough about me. Which hurts, you know? I put so much effort into my relationship with that guy. So we don't have science class today. Just inconsiderate is what I say. Sosie should appreciate how much effort I am spending on being nasty to him. And hate me for it. What has the fella got to do? Let's collect some roses while I'm out here. And pop over to the library. There are a few new pages to read now. In the Dark One's name, Aquino formed a cult of worshippers. They sought to unleash the bonds of magic, sealing the Chaos Gate, and free Gog Sosloth to enter this world. In return for his services, Aquino was granted his wish to never die. Wait, if Aquino was granted that wish, does that mean he's still alive? The castle holds many secrets. That is one of them. Aquino's cultists slowly infiltrated the castle, and the members of the Ninth Luminar mysteriously began to die or disappear. As the cultists weakened the bindings sealing the Chaos Gate, ghosts and foul spirits began to haunt the castle and Caligari. Fear spread across Sardonia. Rumors, started by Aquino, blamed the Knights Luminar for the hauntings. Aquino's cult claimed to offer sanctuary from the spirits, so their membership grew as the power of the Dark One spread. And that's all I can read now. I've been thinking that we've been neglecting our actual studies here. I mean, look at how low my smarts are. So even though I know that I don't need to do the lockpicking study anymore, hooray, I'm going to spend a little time studying how to make friends. Dear Princess Celestia, it's said to be more complimentary and less judgmental. Seems reasonable. Maybe I can learn something more about making friends. The book says you need to do things together that your friend feels is important. That makes sense. Almost time for dinner. I'd better get there before the food's all gone. Yeah, I could do that, or I could come over to the rec room. My time management skills are good enough that they're bad. Always late for everything because I take advantage of all the loopholes around what you can do in the time you're given. My bluffing needs work. Last call for supper time. Katie's still mad about her map. Food seems tasteless when everyone around me is unhappy. Sean, please, I must speak to you. It is about a certain misplaced map of Miss McMichael. So let me guess. You had something to do with the misplacing part? I am most sorry. I wanted to tell you earlier after class, but Miss McMichael was, rather daunting in her anger. You see, after I overheard Miss McMichael speaking to you about her map, I happened to mention it to Cesare. It was he who ordered me to borrow the map. I would never consider such a horrid act myself. But you can be the one to return the map and win back Miss McMichael's favor. You can be the hero. Do you have the map now? Unfortunately, no. Cesare put it away in his wardrobe. If you were to retrieve it from the room, I can honestly tell Cesare that it was not I who removed the map from the wardrobe. I'll join Cesare now and make sure that I have an alibi for when you take back the map. How am I supposed to get into Sosie's wardrobe when I can't even get into your room without you? Oddly enough, I just happened to leave the door to our dorm room open when I last left. You will have no trouble getting into the room. You must do it quickly while Cesare is away. I will keep him distracted for a while, so go now. Why do you let Cesare order you around like this? He can't force you. Cesare can be most persuasive. You do not understand how dangerous he is. I do not dare to cross him, Sean. I am not nearly as courageous as you are. I'm shocked to find out that you were the thief who stole Katie's map. So why are you telling me this now? You must understand, Sean, that I wanted nothing to do with this crime. It isn't even a complete map. It's of no value to anyone other than Miss McMichael. I cannot be the one to return the map. Cesare will be most displeased if I do. I feel very badly for Miss McMichael, but I feel worse that she blamed you for the theft. Please let me make it up for this unfortunate incident by giving you the opportunity to return the map. If you're so concerned about upsetting Sosie, why are you willing to help Katie? When Sosie finds the map missing, he'll blame you. I don't see how your interference might reflect poorly upon me. So long as you don't mention my name when returning the map, surely I won't be held responsible. Besides, I will have an alibi, will I not? I will be with Cesare while you'll be taking the map. I'll see what I can do. Please, Sean, do this for Miss McMichael. You know that this theft has hurt her very much. You can make everything better. But you must hurry. Go while our room is open and waiting for you. Good luck. This seems legit. Let's save. And however much of a hurry we're in, there are some things that are very important. I, for one, completely trust that Joel is entirely interested in helping save my relationship with Katie. It's sweet of him, really. Anyway, I'm gonna go burglarize his bedroom now if I can. Burglary. There's a scrap of paper wedged in the latch so it didn't close tightly. Listen to make sure nobody's in there. And this is, I'm pretty sure, a bug. Because there's no reaction that first time, and the second time it gives a message that you get if you listen immediately after listening to an actual conversation. But let's just go in. What do you know? It opens. I'm gonna save again because I intend to loot the room and I haven't actually played this sequence so many times that the nightstand is completely bare, but maybe the drawer might have something in it. Huh, it's locked. The drawer's locked. Who locks a nightstand? So why does Sosie lock his nightstand? Gotcha, let's see what you're hiding, Sosie. An empty bottle of wine and a few loose lira. How does Sosie spend his evenings, I wonder? I expect Sosie will be very happy that someone cleaned out his nightstand for him. Coins are such clutter. The bottle could be evidence or a handy throwing weapon. The desk is practically brand new. Even the chair doesn't seem to have had much use. I wonder if Joel is completing his assignments for him. With how pristine the surface is, I'm guessing the drawers don't see much use either. Yep, empty. Expected, but still disappointing. I'm not stealing, I'm tidying. I'm surprised there's no gold trim. Maybe you threw away a few spare lira, Sosie? Rats, no spare change. It's also not stealing from Joel because he let me in here. What sorts of scandalous receipts or illicit contracts might await me inside this desk, I wonder? Nothing. What kind of black marketeer doesn't hold on to any evidence of his various misdeeds? A smart one, I guess. It's amazing how clean this is, being a wastebasket. It has a bit of sheen, as if Joel tends to it daily. Even the trash inside it is crumpled into uniformly sized portions. It's filled with incomplete copies of last night's assignment. Looks like he starts over each time his quill slips. Joel may be a little bit obsessive, but it's hard to complain about such incredible calligraphy. Alright. So I'm going around the room and going to look at Sosie's wardrobe last because that's where the map supposedly is. And it's supposed to be Kira's wardrobe. There's not a spot of dust on it. Funny thing, the wardrobe's locked. You'd think that Joel wasn't very trusting. Then again, he has Sosie for a roommate. Also, he just let me in here, so presumably it's not just one lock, it's a series of locks. This would take hours to unlock. I don't have time for this. This is too heavy to move. It probably has Kira's black market stuff in it. A stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Darkness there and nothing more. How about his nightstand? It's just a basic nightstand. I think we all get the same ones in our rooms. Okay. Oh, there's a book in here. I guess Joel's a reader. How to win deals and influence profits. This sounds like it could be interesting. Shame I really don't have time to look at this. I don't want to get caught. Let's try reading it and see what happens. It's got some good tips in here. I'm going to try them next time I play Let's Make a Deal. Surely a black market salesman would have something interesting hidden in his bed. No? That's just not fair. Nothing hidden under the bed either. Not even dust. Guess I didn't check under Sosie's bed, did I? Pretty fancy bedspread. This has got to be Sosie's bed. A snake and a sword seems like a perfect symbol for a backstabbing asp like Sosie. There's nothing hidden in or under the bed. This room is just ridiculously neat. Now, of course, I don't have itching powder, unfortunately, which would be the best thing to put in his bed, but let's see about the other stuff. Should have got that itching powder, man. This is where Joel said I could find the map. Doesn't appear to be locked. That seems odd. There's something odd about the lock and the latch, though. It's trapped. So why would Sosie trap his own wardrobe? Trap or no trap, I still have to get that map. I know, I should have gotten that itching powder. Hindsight is 20/20 and all that. Damn! I really should have got that itching powder. Because that would have made Sosie hate me more. Oh, so frustrating. Alright, I don't actually remember what the word for this one is, so there will be a little bit more... Ah, yes I do. Sosie is apparently a goth kid at heart. Got it. These are a few of Sosie's favorite things. It's almost completely empty. Except for this treasure map, so Sosie really was the one who stole it from Katie. There, what did I tell you? Sean O'Connor has been breaking into rooms throughout the castle.
Connor, you stupid fool!
Looks like you should have minded your own business and stayed out of mine. Tonight you'll be in the gutter again, where you belong.
My office, immediately!
Good riddance.
You are an absolute idiot! How could you be so stupid as to get caught breaking into a fellow student's room? Do you want to get kicked out of school?
Would you believe it's Cesari's birthday today and I was giving him a surprise party?
Don't be impertinent! You should be kicked out of school and thrown in jail to rot! The only reason why you aren't walking out the front gates right now is because your patron still thinks you can bring down Gerhard! So tell me, what have you learned so far? Do you have anything that will incriminate Master von Urwald?
I learned that Blowhard has a very low opinion about people who encourage other people to do criminal acts. And that he knows something sinister about the local chief thief.
Enough! I've had more than enough of your insolence! I'll let you off this one time for now, but you better come up with a way to get rid of Gerhard soon. Your patron is losing patience with you. Either Gerhard goes, or you go! Now get out of here and don't get caught again!
That's unfortunate. For Sosie. Poor old Sosie. I think I hear voices inside that dorm room. There, we got the bastard. That's the last we'll see of Connor around here. Why did you do this, Cesari? Sean was funny and clever. He was a distraction from my mission. I did not want him interfering with my plans. I think you did this because the others liked him better than you. No one gets in my way. No one. Not Connor, not Urwald, and not you. You are useful to me, Joel. I will overlook your impertinence for the moment. Please, Cesari, I'm your friend. I get you things you want. I do your homework. You need me, yes? Yes, I do need you, Joel. For now. Actually, I wonder what would happen. I better not knock. Sosie might answer. Fair. Fair. How about here? Katie, we need to talk about your map. Sorry, Sean. Katie's not here now. She's very mad at you. Just tell her I got her map back, okay? She will be pleased to know that. Thanks. There we go. Good deed. Sort of. Joel. Joel totally loves us, sure.
Are you ready for the midterms? Gah, I have to memorize 5 songs and read the entire book of music theory for tomorrow. Maybe I should have started reading this book yesterday.
Yes, Aeolus. I think you should have. What's this? Huh. It's another old letter to my mother. Dear Nora, you shouldn't have to sell Donald's house. You know that I'd have been happy to help you make ends meet with the money matters. Donald would want to make sure that you and Shaw would never want for anything. Please do me a favor. There's something that Donald promised he'd give me if anything happened to him. It's a metal statue of a black bird. If you happen to come across the statue, please let me know. Your loving brother-in-law, Seamus O'Connor. Weird. Why would my uncle be interested in a black bird statue? Didn't Kiro mention something about a raven statue? It had something to do with thieves' guilds. I honestly... Aeolus is too relatable. And I don't like it. So you need to cram for the midterm exam?
I gotta do my best to pass the test, for if I fail, it will derail the scheme of my dream to be starred as a bard.
Sounds like you had to do a lot for your midterm exams.
Yeah, in addition, I have to write a song for tomorrow on what it's like being a bard. Here's what I have so far. Rooster crowing at the dawn of the day, telling us that night has gone away. What it said, it's time for all musicians to pack up and go to bed.
What do you think? Something in the way it moves. It attracts me like no other song. Try to get some sleep tonight.
If I do, it'll be because I'm nodding off over my books.
Suppose I should do some studying too. And let's do a new save here. And get a proper night's sleep, unlike Aeolus. Because we're a better student than that. As I was saying, it is now time for the midterm exam. This might be the last exam you take in this class if you do not do well in it. Following the test, you will have 3 days of break before classes resume. I will see you then, assuming you pass this test today. Here we go. Multiple choice. Question 1. It's Oktoberfest, and a crooked tax collector and the Lord Mayor are judging a beer tasting contest. You deftly borrow the mayor's wife's prized pearls without her knowledge. Then, as you shake the tax collector's hand, you place the pearls in the pocket with his handkerchief. When he takes out his handkerchief to wipe his mouth, the pearls fall to the floor in front of everyone, thereby raising the mayor's suspicions that the tax collector is crooked. Are you a thief or a rogue? Well, we're framing the guy for something because he's actually a bad guy, so I think that makes us a rogue. A town is plagued by monsters. You offer to send word to a famous hero to save the town, but it won't come cheap. When they gather money for a reward, you steal it and ride away. Are you a thief or a rogue? That's a thief. True or false? The way of Godot is to hide in plain sight. True. True or false? Most rogues are arrogant, egocentric, and self-righteous. That would be true. True or false? The way of the Kukenshaba is to slowly sneak around so as not to attract notice. You come across a locked chest in the middle of the ruins of a haunted castle. What is the wisest thing you could do? Get out a poison antidote in case the chest is trapped. Make sure that there's no other threat in the area before you try to pick the lock. Study the lock and hinges for traps, or leave it alone because it is obviously a trap. I'm going with that. How does one find a hidden door? Look for marks on the floor that indicate traffic or movement where they shouldn't be. Observe the layout of the area and look for walls that don't quite match the others. Tap on the walls to listen for hollow sections or all of the above. What does the Way of Despina suggest that you should carry with you on your exploration? A trap tapper, a poison antidote, a variety of traps, all of the above, or none of the above. What's the major difference between rogues and thieves? A rogue has a sense of humor. A rogue uses his brains more than his skills. A rogue tries not to harm others, or thieves get caught. What would a rogue do? Steal from the rich and give to the poor, unmask the hypocrisy and criminal actions of a crooked politician, trick a wealthy man into paying his workers a living wage, set a ghost to rest by fulfilling his last request, all of the above or none of the above. I think I did okay on the test. Huh, Sosie's talking to Joel. He doesn't look happy. Why haven't you been expelled from school? What did you do, pay Turk off? Turk caught you red-handedly stealing from my dorm room. What's the matter, Cesare? Did I wreck your plans for world domination? Sour your apple? Make you cry? If everything I do pisses you off, then I guess I must be doing the right things. You won't get away with this insolence. We'll see who has better connections. I'm going to speak with Gerhardt and the headmaster about you. Be sure to give my regards to the master while you play tattletale. He didn't like that. Good, I'm glad I'm able to do things that he doesn't like. You must not tease Sosie so. He's a very dangerous enemy. Why'd you set me up? Please forgive me. You have to believe me when I say I didn't want to do this horrible betrayal. It's just Cesare can be most insistent when he wants something done. Why would you let Sosie bully you into betraying me? I am so sorry, Sean. I did not want to hurt you. You are a good friend to me. It's just that Cesare can be most unpleasant when I do not do what he wants. Look, if Sosie ever tries to get you to set me up again, let me know. Talk to me about it. Or if Sosie's around, give me a wink to know it's all a ploy. Yes, I'll do that. Don't worry, Sean. I will not betray you again. Why does Sosie want me expelled? He says you are not worthy enough to be here. This is a university, he says, not some low-life tavern. I think Cesare is just perturbed that you act as if you were his equal. He would prefer that you bowed before his own nobility and obvious superiority. So what have you learned from all this? You are clearly more than you seem to be, Mr. O'Connor. Cesare had every reason to believe that you would be suspended over this incident, and yet, here you are. However, you will need to watch your back around Cesare from now on. He's the sort of person who does not forget or forgive such affronts. Well, no compliments or gifts for Joel today. That's his punishment. Let's take a quick check around here. Listen at a few doors, and especially check and see what the situation at the Masters is. He's out, so that's a little weird because I'm pretty sure that Sosie went storming off that direction. Oh hey, you know what I might do? Is go and poke around in the classroom. Listening at the master's door never does any good. It's too thick. I mean, I should have. You're right, but... Got it. It's a locked cabinet with nothing in there. Clearly, Master von Urwald is an evil, evil man. And there's nothing interesting behind it. There's a throwing knife stuck in the painting. Someone has clearly registered mild disapproval of the headmaster. Who am I to ruin a perfectly good expression of performance art? It's pinned to the wall with a dagger. Someone definitely wanted it to stay exactly where it is. I don't think I have a reason to steal this from the school. I don't even need to borrow it short term. Wait, I thought this was supposed to be a list of the rules for rogues. It looks like gibberish, or maybe some sort of code. Nah, I'm skipping over some things here. Really just want to poke around the desk. It has 4 locked drawers, and each drawer looks like it uses a different locking mechanism. Ah, that wasn't so difficult after all. But there's nothing in the desk. It's almost as if Master von Urwald expected one of his rogues would pick the lock. That's a shocking lack of trust. Yeah, that's enough here. Up and down, just the way my life is going. Nobody's gonna be around to eavesdrop on yet. Let's go to the rec room and do some practice. Gotta get my gaming as high as it'll go. I think the key is to win as often as possible. Yes, Sean, very good. Congratulations. Practice our darts some. You know, just normal stuff. That's, by the way, Katie's father left this to her. It means a lot, I know. Along with the half map I found in the pirates' corpse, this makes a map of the sea caves. It also has some cryptic and confusing text. I copied the map and all the notes to my journal in case I need them later. Well, all the directions are there, but what do they mean? I'll have to check my notes in the journal to decide where to go next. Hint, hint. This piece of map is just confusing, but put it together with Katie's piece and it's just cryptic. I've made a copy of the full map, etc. Just noting that the two do go together. And let's do one round of billiards. Come on, the pocket is your home. Are you too good for your home? Well, every little bit of practice helps, so they say. And then we'll walk over in the general direction of dinner. Oops, I'm late for dinner. Gotta rush. You should have seen Sosie's face when I walked into class this morning. He almost exploded when I smiled sweetly at him. So you've got it? You've got my map? Sure, here it is. Thank you, Sean. I'm sorry I blamed you. I should have known that it was Sosie and his trained rat who stole my map. It's okay. I'm just glad you believe me now. I can see the look Sosie's been giving us all evening. Every time we make eye contact, he looks away from me. Because if looks could kill, that man would be heading to Hades right now. If he ever dares to cross me again, I'll scupper him with a marlin spike. So how did you convince Mr. Turk to not expel you over breaking into Sosie's room? I just convinced Turk that I'd been invited into the dorm room by Joel and that I was waiting for Joel to return. After all, it wasn't like I had the skill to pick the lock on the door.
Supper's over. Everyone clean up and get out. Connor, take the dirty serving bowls back to the kitchen. I don't want to see them sitting out. Try not to take Turk off and get stuck with kitchen duty. It's poobah tonight and I want Sosie to lose.
This is fair. Oops, almost forgot. Getting lazy. Katie's vote of confidence. Well, it would mean more if Sosie were actually a better player, but Let's check. Okay. Got enough money for this, I'm pretty sure. It's important. The one thing that does happen with the Poobah later on to sort of keep the thing interesting, and also because you need more money, is that conveniently the stakes get higher as you theoretically are getting to the point where you earn more money. Let's leave a gift for the Quirk. Maybe the Quirk is hungry now, he can't just find things in the castle. I mean, reasonable. Mind you, an apple has like 50 calories in it or something, so I really hope that the Quirk is getting some other source of food. Because while an apple a day does keep the doctor away theoretically, in practice it's not sufficient to live on. Alright, let's go over to the rec room. I can hear Sosie's voice, and boy is he mad. I'd also assume that the Quirks eat things besides apples, yes, but apparently they eat a lot of apples, so you never know. I can't believe you can still show your face around here. This isn't over, Connor. You will be kicked out of here one way or another. I'm so glad we can have these little talks, Cesari. It does my heart good to see you so happy. But just think, if I'd been able to buy some itching powder, I'm going to make you wish you'd been expelled from the school. You're nothing more than an arrogant bully, Sosie. If you don't get your way, you bluster and whine about it. Get over it. Be seeing ya. I assume that Sosie's picked up the habit of saying Connor instead of O'Connor from Turk, who of course does it on purpose. Ah, good evening, Mr. O'Connor. Things are a bit tense here tonight. I do hope the Poobah game starts soon. Seems to me people here have a reason to be tense, don't you agree? After all, theft, deceit, and betrayal aren't exactly happy things, are they? Yes, well, you do forgive me, do you not? I'm gonna be a softie here. Look, I know that Sosie's the real villain and you're just his dupe. Just don't try to betray me again, okay? Oh no, Sean. I would never want to harm you. We are friends, no? I will let you know if Cesari ever tries to do something like this again. You really think a Poobah game will relieve the tensions and ill feelings around here? Perhaps not, but the Poobah may allow everyone to express their feelings rather than seethe with emotions. Better cutthroat with cards than cutthroat with daggers, you mean? Precisely. We'll talk later. I do hope our talk will be under more pleasant circumstances. We'll see, won't we? Let's talk to everybody else over here. Hi, Katie. Hey, Katie, look what I found. It's a really cool old map. I'll bet it shows the way to some amazing buried treasure. Or maybe it's where not to dig because there's a sewer line under the surface. What are you talking about? Let me see that. It's the missing section of my map. This is it. Now we can find the pirate's treasure. Sean, I could kiss you. I'll be happy to help you with that. Let me study this for a bit. I need to think about what this means as I check out the sea caves. Thanks so much. Hey, I'm really sorry I accused you of stealing my map. Hey, you got your map back and we're still friends. It all worked out fine. So we are still friends even though I got so angry with you? Why let a little thing like getting upset come between our friendship? Just save your anger next time for someone who really deserves it. If you ever want to hold something against me again, please let it be your body. I'm not that sorry. Fair, Katie, fair. We can talk more later. We can do that. Thanks, Sean, for being a friend. Hey, Esme, what's new? You have made Sosie very angry. Good job! You really don't like Sosie very well, do you? He is like poisoned honey, all sweet and nice when things go his way, but he's cruel and mean when things do not. Clearly, things do not go his way right now. This Poobah game should be entertaining. Yes, I think that Sosie is too angry to play well. He will be fun to watch whenever you challenge him. I'll talk to you later. I am looking forward to it. I'm
So glad the midterm exam is finally over, aren't you?
How are things with you?
I'm just glad the midterm exam's over. I can stop agonizing about it.
So why don't I see you here more often? Do you just come for the Poobah games?
Most evenings I spend jamming with my fellow bards. Jamming is fun and useful practice, but not as dramatic as playing Poobah.
How was your midterm exam?
Brutal. It's hard to play an F-sharp major 7th on a panpipe. I don't want to talk about it. That's why I'm here.
See ya.
Later.
And last but not least, Thomas. Everyone here seems so upset. Are we really going to play Poobah tonight? So Joel talked you into playing Poobah again. Joel told me that everyone was tense after the midterm exam. He thought that I could be a calming influence on everyone.
It wasn't the midterm exam that has everyone upset around here. It was the fact that Joel stole Katie's map.
I suspected as much, and I know the real culprit behind the stolen map is Cesare. He bullies Joel. Sosie had Joel steal Katie's map and then set me up to get caught. It's no wonder things are tense around here. I'm surprised Sosie has the gall to show his face right now. There's something about Cesare that has always set me on guard around him. I've never trusted him. I only hope that Joel realizes he doesn't have to be Cesare's henchman before Joel gets hurt. Hopefully this Poobah game will give everyone a chance to get over their anger. Do you think that by having fun together, people will forgive each other?
No, I think the game will give everyone a chance to get even.
We'll talk later. Good luck. Alright, time to save. And we'll start the Poobah game by talking to... Wait. Okay. We'll start the Poobah game. I'm the first dealer again. I guess that must mean I'm lucky tonight. Yeah, we're already higher stakes here. The ante is 3 instead of 1. We'll be a little conservative here. See what we can see. And I downgraded my hand here. Which unfortunately means that I have to go back and start this over again because I have to win the first hand to stay in the game. That's the trouble with skating by with just enough cash to get into the game, is that there's not a lot of margin for error on the first round. Because I was out of money. Yet again, I start out the game by being the dealer. You could all just give me your money now rather than suffer through all your losses. Oh boy. Well, we're in an interesting situation here. Odds are Aeolus has something less than we do. Odds are Thomas has something less than we do, but either one could be holding a Grand Poobah right now. And in fact, that's exactly what Thomas had. So I'm actually out of money. And when you actually run out of money, as you see, Turk automatically calls the entire thing. Alright, gonna win some money here at some point. Esme's dealing this time. This is not looking good. I'm just not gonna... Aeolus is holding a Poobah. I'm just not gonna go there. But I am going to enjoy watching Sosie lose this one at least. This could be a frequent restore for a little while here. Did not put myself in the best situation. Man. Alright, I have to... And that's twice I've ran a Poobah into a higher Poobah. The cards are just not in my favor. Joel deals, that's... Not liking Esme's smile there, but she's out, so that's okay. Alright, we're betting on this one. And hoping that we beat Aeolus here. Yes, okay, good. That gives us a little bit of room here. Now we're holding Fizbin. Katie's got another Fizbin. So this is the point where it's a bit iffy, because right now I have the highest hand showing. But either of them could draw a Poobah, in which case I'm in trouble. On the other hand, my odds of getting something lower are better than my odds of getting something higher. So, I'm gonna hold this. And I'm now doing a little bit better. We'll hope that this doesn't go south. Uh-oh. So she's smirking, I'm out. Joel's the hardest to read, so there is that sense in which he is a good player. It is most kind of you to give me all your money. Uh-oh. See Katie there with the exaggerated scowl. Katie has the second worst poker face, or Poobah face, of the lot. Go, Katie, take all of Cesaria's money. That's the way to do it. I scuppered you all with a marlin spike. Well, I'm betting on this one. Aw, man. Come on, Sosie. Don't you want to give me all your money? Friends who play like you, I'll soon be rich. Getting Grand Poobahs all the time would help quite a bit. Also, save scumming helps, so you know. Huh, interesting. Sosi is losing his appetite. Well, we're not doing well on this one. I'm out.
Some guys have all the luck.
Seriously, the Joel, for all he's supposedly really good at the game, doesn't win very often. I'm already seeing a Poobah on the table. I'm not betting into that. I've learned my lesson about gambling on having the biggest Poobah. Joel can play conservatively, that's certainly true. He, on the other hand, he bluffs a lot. I mean, holding a Mimi to the end is a bit much.
I'm up all night to get lucky.
Bro, that's not a good thing to say. There's that smirk. He's got a Fizzbin. That's okay. We'll see if I can do better. Oh. And I win again. Damn it. Actually did not know that reference. I still maintain that it's a terrible thing to actually say in the context of this game, but sure, we'll stay in. What are you... Aeolus, you're being weird. He had a Grand Poobah and he didn't bet on it. A little bit of luck.
And it's come down to the final hand of game number 3 of the Hero U Poobah Tournament of Champions. The antes are up, the cards are shuffled, and the fateful cards will soon be dealt. Who will draw the best hand? Who will make the best bluff? Who will walk away from this table with the final pot?
Cease your meaningless drivel, you idiot, and get on with the game. Okay, we're going. We are going to have to pitch this. Sosi doesn't care about how much money he loses. He's filthy rich after all. He just wants to beat people and make them spend their money. And there we go. The last hand was mine! All mine! Thank you all for making my coin purse a little fatter. It's been fun. I look forward to playing you all next time.
Attention everyone, it is now curfew time. I expect all of you to return to your dorm rooms immediately. No exceptions. I am so glad the midterms are over, aren't you? I just hope I did alright.
Alright, let's chat with Aeolus here. How are you feeling?
Now that I don't have the midterm menace breathing down my back, I'm great. It was fun in the rec room tonight, wasn't it? Your classmates are interesting characters. I enjoyed being with both Katie and Esme. Sosi, not so much.
Sosi's the sort who makes everyone happier whenever he leaves the room. So how did you do on your midterm?
I won't know until I get back from midterm break. So until then, I did great.
At least you should be able to get a good night's sleep tonight.
Not much of a one. I've got to get up early in the morning to catch the boat back home. I'll be back after school break. Don't get into too much trouble while I'm gone.
I'll try not to get killed or kicked out.
Beware the Turk should you shirk your work or dare to smirk. I'd hate to lose my roommate.
Let's go listen at some doors real quick here. I think I hear voices in this one. Interesting. Any luck while you were down there?
I found some of the places marked on the map. I'd have gotten further if the Gogs hadn't attacked.
You were very lucky you did not get killed. As it is, you will be sore for weeks. You need to heal.
What I need is to find that treasure soon. I'm sure that Sosie made a copy of the map and he's looking for it. I won't let him steal my treasure.
If you want more help, I can...
Don't worry, I can handle this. I need to handle this. I need to earn this treasure for myself.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so, I'm just gonna go over my class notes here. Day after a test. Never how a real student does it, but this is a game. So, you know, the MS23K mantra applies. Alright, I think this is a good place to stop the stream for today. So I'll be back either next week or the week after, I don't know, with more riveting Puva action and whatever else. Till then.